Buenos dias, buenos tardes, y buenos noches, and todo el mundo. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world. And thank you for joining us today for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK. I'll be your caster and cameraman for today. And today we have the Bloodfest Round 6 Diescraper Redux between Akatsuki and Enhypen. And I will be blessed once again with the co-caster, Nina. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you for having me here. Akatsuki versus Enhypen is an amazing matchup. People may not realize that yet, but this Enhypen squad has a lot of potential. Akatsuki, for the entire year, has been having tons of screen time on both of our streams under a number of different titles, Penguins of Madagascar being the main one, in addition to Akatsuki. They are currently at 5-0, but Enhypen is 2. Enhypen's been a lot more under the radar, but they did appear at RBT 7. They're here once again, the Bloodfest tournament, and they're doing exceptionally well. We have the smoker. No, I mean, we don't, but ideally, you'd be able to catch them right away. They will be able to dodge this first hit, but they go right into the fire. Jockey from behind. They land a double cap above. Awkward spit. It's actually not going to be that bad, even with that insane double cap in the split.
Yeah, but more importantly so, now the spitter did not delay. They're going to rush this hole. I don't know if they're going to be able to get it, but with a rush comes danger of grabbing the last survivor before they drop. I don't know if it'll come into play. Spawns are coming up quickly. Are they going to push for this? And they're going. They're getting ready. They're down. And, oh, nope. The hunter retreats. Almost. No, I thought they were going to have the possibility of catching one, but they back off to safety with that hunter.
Yeah, and with the hunter up above, it is kind of awkward. I mean, teams usually like to either commit all down below or try to do like a smoke hunt up above. Now they're kind of split. The hunter's just hopping around up above. They're going to try to get the best of both worlds, like a smoke into a charge. Right as a player drops down, we see him drop down halfway, and there he goes, immediately chasing after the Charger, but the Charger will land with some smackdowns. There's no spitter, though. Eventually comes out. Hunter not able to catch them in a split situation, especially owing to that halfway drop down. And another kind of bizarre spit. I feel like if Enhypen just played normally with their spitters, then they would get another like 10% or more from this in general.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, but just think the spitter was just a little late. No, I think it would have been better if it was just a little bit earlier. They might have got it close down to 80%, but they softened up 3 survivors. Actually, 2 of them. Only one of them is 3 punches. I thought Alleged was 3, but 78. It has to be a 72 to be that. And his teammates will be Aisha, Sarge, and Spider-Man. I'm not quite sure 100% which one is which here, because we know Akatsuki is known for their silly names as they tag up different for the Penguins. So why don't you take away Enhypen for us?
All right, for Enhypen, we got ASQW, Stars, Latuya, and Hani, which are some familiar names for me. As for Akatsuki, of course, we have Aisha, like you said, but I'm assuming the other ones are going to be like Demon, Nora, and honestly, the fourth is kind of variable.
And the tank does manage to get his second car in. Let's see, that's a good one. He completely avoids the hatchback. Interesting. Doesn't even bring it in. And, okay, he's using this as a tool, and now he's going to have to abandon it, but he is in. Charger is up, chasing the survivors to the car, but no infected helped him. He's down half his HP. He misses his first punch. The Charger and the Hunter are going now. The Hunter lands. Rock comes out. And he's not even going to get the corner. He jumps on the back, but he gets a punch. Maybe one more. He does get 2, and a third for good measures at the end. And they managed to get, 4 hits there now, but Tank was, I don't know, they just kind of left him run around there with no help, and he lost half his HP.
Exactly.
I don't know.
This was not a super convincing Tank to me, because I felt like the Tank did a good job of wrapping Coach around the big van right to where the car is, but where's the Hunter? Like, where just cap him right there, line it up with the car. That's a player down. You can grind him out just as easily. You have 3k HP left. Instead, they wait and they play the conservative game. And I just feel like that isn't the modern meta of the tank fights. It doesn't pay off. It can be great if you land a tri-cap, but I would have liked to see them kind of try to cash that in there, the kill in the car, regardless though. I mean, that hit got shut down, and that was kind of a question mark hit for me to begin with. I mean, they should be saving it for this alleyway area, and instead they get nothing. 1252 for Akatsuki. Quite a strong first chapter for them, no doubt.
Woo! Strong indeed, no. Look at that. 1252. Big bank bucks. That's what I like to say there. It's plus 752 on top of the distance. When you make more bonus than distance, no, that's very impressive. It doesn't happen very often.
Well, it's official. They're trying to kill us now.
But I guess now the way this match is going to go is going to be tested by the survivor play of Enhypen. Don't quite know how they're going to take this beginning here. How well they're going to shut down this first hit, if they're going to rush for the hole as well. It's all going to come down with what Akatsuki's going to be able to pull off here as far as his first hit. And no, to be honest with you, man, with having the spawns that they have, like you were saying, they didn't have the smoke or anything. It's kind of tough. There's a good chance you could just shut this down with good survivor play.
Yeah, I think what happened with the spitter was they recognized that they need the spitter next time. So they just go all in on trying to kill it off. But what I've seen some top level teams do is they will like drop off the roof with the spitter and then it won't get picked and they'll go down to the sewer because there is actually the manhole on the ground all the way down and you can climb through that manhole and be ready with your spitter down below. So I think that's a great option. And in fact, we do see, I don't think that's a spitter up there. It could, yeah, actually it is. I think it's a spitter up there. So that's what we might see here. I think it'd be a great play. Kill off the hunter first, get a hunt spit, drop the spit down, keep it safe, drop into the manhole, kill off the boom jock, and then you get a charge hunt, charge hunt smoke spit for the drop down area, which is exactly what you want. And I think for Enhypen, they shouldn't even set a goal of tying Akatsuki. They should be expecting to lose this round. The question is by how much. I think they should try to get 1,000 points here, ideally.
And that's doable. It's very doable. You can still get that with one end cap from the tank. Just gotta make sure you don't take a lot of damage from this opening hit, which isn't much of a threat, but it's not really about the damage on the opening hit. It's about what's gonna happen when you drop in the sewer. That's probably the most devastating hit on this chapter. But just like we saw the game earlier, I was saying it when Wolfie and myself were casting, that this is Diescraper Redux, and they're worth a ton of points on the later chapters. And here they go. Enhypen drops down. Boomer comes up, does grab two guys. They're swimming in the spit for some reason. And they stumble them back in the spit. And Enhypen is almost halfway down to where Akatsuki walking to save him with. They take almost 20%. It's still tallying up, and Rochelle is separated.
Yeah, I mean, Aisha's XDing, and I can't blame him. I mean, they got everything that they wanted. They did. Oh my God! They tried to smoke one way as well. Whoa! Nice attempt. Really scary attempt. Smoker again. He can just climb into the manhole and reset. So there was no risk here for Akatsuki. Just smart recognition of the game plan here for them. They're gonna try to. Okay, I thought Enhypen might try to rush it down as a result. That would kind of be a mistake because the Smoker's already set up, ready to go. In fact, the full hit is. And they're going to drop down and be met with 3 cappers and a spit. This is a very dangerous spot for Enhypen.
Oh boy, and doesn't look like anybody is up top though, so there's no threat.
Right.
But Enhypen might not know that. They might think one of these SI is above them. Question, nope, they're all going down together. This could be disastrous for Enhypen. Oh, what a bait! What a bait! And they get Aisha. Charger is blasted. Nice bait and well done, but Rochelle, hello?
Dude!
Rochelle?
Dude! Oh, it was so clean, only to have such an unfortunate spot there. But oh my God, I have never seen a team dominate as Survivor team, dominate that hit as much as Enhypen did right there. Confidence fully regained in them in that moment. They could have made it a lot cleaner for sure, but it is what it is. I love to see it. Now, do they really get caught here with 2 smacks and a charge into a hunt, into a, oh man, lots of more free damage here from Akatsuki, and they are going to need a really good tank in Hypen is.
Yeah, a good take on this tank is exactly what they need. No, they
Yeah.
already lost the round, so I think that 500 threshold still could happen, but only if the tank chooses to target Hanny. Because Hanny has enough health where it pops pills. I think it'll be a trade-off where it won't do a lot of damage. It takes half off the regular bonus and half off the pills, which isn't a penalty. But I think it is possible for that 500 even still occur. But for now, it'll be Aisha bringing the tank and all. Question is, how well can these cars be brought in? What do you think?
I liked Enhypen's mindset by not committing too hard to the car. He had it set up. He had it positioned for the follow-up. And he did follow up. He just needed the SI support. I expect to see Aisha do something similar, as he does decide to leave that car. The smoke boy is so good. And down goes Pani, just like that. He's going to get the grind out here, no problem. Insane follow-up smack. Sets him right up for the kill. Oh my god. Player down. Nice charge. That was absolutely horrific. But he's still got 1,500 HP left. Aisha does as he's back into a corner. It does look like he's just going to be the one kill, but oh my god, it's still plenty of damage.
I got this for you, man.
I'll tell you what, no. He attacked the person I was talking about, but not to die. You know what I mean? It's a little bit different. And actually, it ends up taking... Wow. That took away so much damage bonus. That's a little weird that it actually took that much. Look at that, 90%?
Yeah.
A little question.
And they got a follow-up as well.
Yeah, I'm interested to see why the damage bonus suffered so much. Thought it would be in the 40s. There's going to be a pull here. Hunter's pouncing around. Does land on the target. Smoker gets cleared. These clears are terrible. The bonus is going down so much. Bye-bye DB. I think that's the only benefit from Enhypen right now. Is that the damage bonus was capped, so they really didn't lose much points. But they're down to 153 and 3 survivors.
Yeah, I mean, Ellis really needs to not get hit here, ideally, so they can preserve the HP as much as possible. Charger jockey, in they come, landing one. It is on coach. They will be able to pick up, but they got the car alarm, and there is the smoker. Dings coming out from the smoker, at least, 2 of them right there. Some scratches, perhaps, as well, as they lose an additional 4% of the HP, locking it in with 122 bonus, as well as 449 distance for a total of 569, trailing Akatsuki by a huge margin after the first chapter.
Yeah, and they're only going to get more difficult after this. The chapters don't get any easier, so Enhypen's going to have to really step their game up. They're going to need a favorable tank spawn, capitalize it, and survive on that in their favor in order to put up more points, because being down this much on this chapter now is quite a bit, because now the point value goes up, so if you have the same effects, you're going to find yourself in a deficit really quick. Even though they're making it to the safe room with a couple of survivors, you'll still see, if it keeps going this way and both teams make it, but we see the same results, you can still see Enhypen put up probably like 2,500 points, but you're going to watch Akatsuki put up probably like 4,500, almost 5K. Maybe more. You don't know.
Now, what do you think about this 33% tank?
Well, I think this is right around the ball area, if I remember correctly. I don't know if they'll be able to shoot off the Hollister, but they might need to be careful if whoever the tank is, because you don't want to be next to that ball if they can shoot the Hollister. That will do damage.
Yes, definitely. I think on one hand, this is good for Enhypen. They got an early tank. They have the chance to cut down the distance. But on the other hand, I guess, a lot of the Chapter 2 tanks aren't particularly threatening. Maybe this is their best draw out of the tank. I feel like the highest threat level, I guess, is around this tank, but it's not much, right? I mean, they've got the hittable They've got they've got the police car. They've also got the other car that they have to go out of their way to bring in if they push them far enough back. But it's just kind of like, isn't Hypen gonna get the car? Are they gonna get a kill with the car? That's a big question in my mind. They're gonna. Oh, is this the run back? Like the full run back? I think that this is the only reason why Akatsuki would pop this.
They need to hit immediately. They should already have gone by now because they need to get more hits. Just get what they can. Yeah. Call in here is good. The Charger really dropping the ball here. I don't agree with that. I think the Charger... Hunter should have went first and the Charger walk in for punches. And the Horde is already over. Wow, that would seem like really short. Well, if you think about it and all, the commons can spawn literally on the other side of the wall because the survivors don't have LOS on the area out there, so
okay.
The commons literally get in there instantly, so they clean it up so fast. And they get through the building. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the only hit for Enhypen, and it was worth 0.7%, just toss into safe room. That's the only shot they get. Big miscalculation by Enhypen. I was right there with them. You were too. Beautiful skeet. They're getting no damage through, nothing in the spit. Oh my god. This is going to be really tough for Latuya. He's got a lot of pressure resting on his shoulders. The weight of the world, in fact, which, I mean, he does have this world globe to work with. We'll see if he can, try to push it forward. But, I mean, MK, the world is falling into disarray down a dark alleyway. And I don't know if he can fish that globe out even feasibly. We'll see what he chooses to do. But going to be a tough pill to swallow here, most likely, for Enhypen, unless they can get some value off these hittables.
Yeah, he's bringing the boulder in.
All right.
He wants it all now. He's cop car, boulder.
Wayne style.
Oh, the boomer actually lands. I think they're going to retreat because of they might. You know what? Oh, this might be an AI tank.
No. The Charger's got to help. They sit in the charge. He gets vision. 30%. Oh, now Rochelle is giving a lot of vision. Is that going to be enough? They continue to shoot him, which does give him vision through the grates. Of course, 15%. He is going to be able to engage. He's got a car at his disposal. 4,500 early smoke, no good. Exceptionally fast clear of Akatsuki. Oh! But down goes Sarge from the hit, and he is dead. AF. Down he goes. This was so...
There you go.
Okay. This was so necessary. For Enhypen. There's really no understating it. The DoorDash jockey, down he goes. What you doing playing on that sing set? Ellis, he's going to continue to hit it forward. Boomer finds nothing. 105. Oh my god, he almost gets another one before he goes down. Almost 100 HP car onto Coach there as well. But let's be real, MK. He has more than accomplished what he set out to do. That car is usually really difficult to bring into play. He just goes straight for it, hits Sarge over there, and it's a deal done.
And they're sacking to quad right away now. They're not hesitating at all. Look at Aisha standing on the awning of. I've never seen that before, but that's funny. I didn't know you could do that with the survivors. Right. Chilling on there, just waiting for the spit to evaporate. Quad incoming. They're going to have to set it out in the open, so this is going to be beneficial for Akatsuki. And Enhypen needing the wipe here, and they can start breaking to this delta.
This is huge. This is absolutely huge. But how often have we seen teams tunnel vision on a quad only to fail it? In comes a hit, smoke no good. Jockey hopping through. We got a Hunter. We got a they're all ready, but they're all coming from the same spot. It's like whack-a-mole here. Oh my god, this is a disaster. They're all going to turn tail and run away to get a higher value quad. And this is what I'm talking about, man. The teams get that early kill. It's like, dude, a 3-1 can still be great value. A 2-2 can still be great value, and you can cycle to a quad with it. I just feel like they're losing time here, and dude, they've got an anti-quad spot right ahead. They're going to run into it. Oh, Aisha does get caught, but they're going to be able to clean it up, no problem, and I just don't like it.
No, at this point, they should have just waited for the Horde, because they have to go down the stairs now. They can't just wait in that room. They tried, didn't get it. They'll get another attack with a 2-2 and then maybe another quad try, but they're running out of chances. And they haven't done much damage, even though they killed one. Still 466 points. That's pretty good for 3 people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just get the damage in. I feel like he's disrespecting the Survivor team to be like, oh, we're gonna get a quad and they're just not gonna be able to shut it down. Like, there's definitely, but look, I mean, the Hunter, what are we doing? The Hunter goes in, now the Charger goes in, now we go for the quad, but we just completely sack the hit in order to do it. Now, it wasn't in a very high value spot, so I get it, but again, they're progressing pretty much all the way through, and MK, they might even be able to set up at the stairwell, which is another perfect anti-quad spot for the Survivor team. Dude.
All they got to do is get in the stairwell, which they're not going to be able to do, but I don't know what is this smoker doing.
Well, they're in.
They're in it. And I don't know
Smoker
what this...
tried to slow him down.
I don't agree with that, but I don't know. This is going to be it. They either wipe him here, or they're going to make it with a lot of bonus. For 3. One of the two.
They're trying to catch him out, getting the chip so far, double cap, oh, the stumble, he gets the clear, and they will not be getting quadded. They will lose plenty of bonus, don't get me wrong, about 100 points of bonus off of that, but in the grand scheme of things, 100 is a whole lot less than 430.
Yes, it is, and right now with triple 3s on the board, they'll get one chance with a 2-2, and the Charger won't be in it, because I'm pretty sure... Oh, they're just going to send the Boomer in. So they're going to hit with 2 and a spit, so there's no way that Akatsuki is going to allow Star to come back into the spawn rotation, will they? I don't know.
It's not just getting the spawn, but also positioning it is another 3 seconds or so. Typically, the hit comes in. They're gonna land the jockey, trying to, we're gonna land the charge as well. But that's it, 50 points, and they're gonna run through the spit, and they get double stumbled. So they do squeeze out a good amount of the bonus, actually. And this is still a shining moment for Enhypen. It does feel lackluster at the same time. I mean, it is a little bittersweet, you could say, but they did accomplish somewhat of the job. And I really, really, really will be surprised if Enhypen loses a player here. I'll say that much. I'll be surprised if they lose a player. I'll be surprised if more than an in-cap happens on this tank.
Yeah, indeed, and I just... got some interesting news, and let's just say that for the community, there should be a special Christmas present coming out from a special somebody, and that's all I'm supposed to say. And it's not me, so you know.
Yay! Nice!
Charger goes in, gets nothing, though, and see if they shoot the car alarm, too. It doesn't look like they're going to do it. They're just going to push forward. Smoker gets a couple of ticks, and they are out, and they should be able to get through quickly.
Now, my question is this signaling from Enhypen that they don't plan to walk it back to this courtyard area, and they plan to keep it forward, not going through the hole in the wall, camping out around this area, and kind of farther forward a little bit as well? That's what it seems like to me. Wow, they're going to land a Hunt Spit there for some additional damage, and as you can see, all players except for Star is at that 96 or below threshold, and Star's at 97. So they've done a very good job of cutting down. They're even going to get a smack with the charge from the Charger before the tank comes in.
This is going to be the second tank of the game for Akatsuki into the hands of Spooderman himself. He is going to bring the cop car into play. Alicia. And they're not going to shoot the Hollister? Nope. And you know he's not even gonna get close to that ball. He's like, I ain't getting shot. No. Well, no. First tank did not go very well for the other. I mean, it did actually. They got a kill, almost went AI, but he's not gonna let this happen. Oh my goodness, not going to get it. Nice pull. Not going to get a corner though. Splits the survivors. Star is on his own mission to kill this. But he doesn't, but the jockey lands. Oh, he gets no hittable. This is going to be a 0-hitter unless this. Oh my goodness. He's going to get it. Is he going to get the in cap? No, he does not. No. No. That is a no-hitter quitter coming out
Yeah.
from Spider-Man. His spidey senses were not tingling today as they walk out with 87.7, and they're about to put a massive score up. And one other thing I know Chad is asking, but L4D Center is back up and running. You can play right
Yeah.
now if you choose.
Yeah,
is
you
back.
can do both. Invest in a second monitor. You can do both. You can watch and play Mr. Game and Watch modern day in this piece. In the meantime, though, we got to charge Smoke 2-2, and Hypen's only done half the job. They found an additional set of pills, passed it over to Ellis. He popped those. So we're sitting on 4 sets of pills, but this is still a dangerous hit. This is still an important choke point, especially when you got the charge ready to go. Smoker's going to start it off. The clear comes out. The door gets shut in the face of Akatsuki's charger. Now, another thing that I want to highlight is Spider-Man did 40% of the SI damage in Chapter 1 as survivors. So I was expecting high things from Spider-Man here, but it just goes to show, you got to bring that same energy every single chapter. And, hey, I mean, his car hits, he had 2 that were exceptionally close on Rochelle. I will give him that one. And look at Akatsuki going for quad, even though the quad spot's open and I've been sitting in it. I think that they might go for your game plan, MK, which is where they wait for them to start the transition before they pull the trigger.
Yep, and Akatsuki right now are very danger of yielding a lot of points here to Enhypen with 86%. His quad needs to do big damage for them or just kill them all together. It's just amazing how it could be, you can walk in with 1,000 bonus or just die. Just like that. And that is just part of what zone mod is. You need to be wary, smart, bait the attacks, go. They're trying to wait for these commons to clear up. Ammo is dropping pretty quickly. Is the ammo pilot in there? I don't remember if it is or not. I don't think so. They gotta be careful.
There are guns by the boxes where they go to climb up at, but I'm assuming they're not going to want to give that extra time for them to. But I mean, dude, Latuya's only got 15 shots left on his. Okay, there is some kind of ammo. He just got the ammo, and they run through. Quad coming out, Smoker no good, but Jockey Whoopi gets instantly cleared. 100 charge to go for the same target, and they do make short work of this quad. Don't get me wrong, it pushes some damage through, but definitely not what Akatsuki was hoping for.
No, they still have 1,050. No, and Hypen can actually take the lead if they can hold on to this. There's only a 2-2 with the next hit. I think the last hit is going to be where the threat is, and that's if they choose quad sack. And I don't even know if Akatsuki is going to do this. I think they might just cut their losses and say, let's get what value they can. Only a hunter and a jockey as the cappers with a spit boom combo. So this one might not yield that much, but I don't know here now. I think you need to make sure the hunter and spitter die first and make sure you get that tri-cap with the spit in the last hit. I think that's the best chance for damage. Get them down to about half of what they have right now.
Good point. Good point. Good point. Yeah, I mean, we do see big things happen. Usually it's with a charger, like a close-range charger can make some big things happen. They are going to go in. Jockey leading the way. Jockey gets picked. It's going to be a Jockey Spitter dying first. They will still manage to land the Hunt Spit, I do believe, but not really because they only took away about 25 points. They will not get the Hunter that they wanted. A Jockey should still be all right enough, I guess, especially with the separation. But I mean, keep in mind, they're going to be hopping up on top of the turnstile, or, on top of the queue line things over on the side as they go over to there right now. So having a jockey to be able to pull off into the spit isn't a horrible plan here.
Oh, and you called it, Nah. Look at him sitting up on top of the fence. This is the wise thing. This is where it's kind of better to have that smoker. The Charger's just going to get a fist. They'll get a little bit of damage. That was almost 100 points, a little less. So they do dip him under 1,000. It was like 1,027 down to 557. But good round by Enhypen. This door should open up any moment. Spitter should not be able to delay. And but he gets stuck. They get 100 points total with that hit in the spit. But Enhypen takes the lead by, what is it, 109?
Yeah, it's not much at all, but it is a lead, which is the last thing that I expected going into this chapter. I will say the 33% did give me hope there, and it did end up being very impactful. One player getting no distance for his team. I feel like, they could have done even more there, but that's in the past. They did enough. They did enough to make a very strong point for their survival and perhaps thrival in this match as well. We'll have to see as Chapter 3 comes out. Going to be a 74% tank, which can be kind of awkward. I feel like Boom can have a big impact, surprisingly enough. Tank does feel kind of stranded. Probably going to need some early SI work, but I think the best thing that can happen here for a 74% tank is make him start bleeding out. Force the survivors to start bleeding before the tank comes in. Get some good SI hits in. It's necessary.
Look at this 74% tank spawn. This is gonna be a, I don't know, nah. In my opinion, this tank out in the open here, I think if survivors, oh man, I have a strat I think that would work for this tank, and I've never seen a team do it, and I just would love to see one team have the idea to try to make this work, and no one has ever done it. In my opinion, I think this tank is very difficult to play as far as getting any damage, because this tank has a long way to go. He needs to drop down and walk to the survivors. I don't know, no, probably at least a clip and a half before he can even reach anybody, and that's because there's beds and all this stuff to dodge from a smoker pole. Even if you get a pounce landing out in the open, which is tough, you might just get skeeted and lose your support. It can go from instantly trying to get damage to getting nothing at all from a tank, which we have seen in the past. But now there is no spitter, so I think we'll see a hit right outside the safe room now, because with the match that we casted earlier, they waited for the drop because there was a spit. The one team did.
Okay.
And they got incredible value from it. But without a spit, I don't... Oh, look at that charger.
Wow.
Well done. Akatsuki getting almost 5% with that. I think that is well done by the Infected. Beautifully.
That charger is a common spot, and getting the jump spawn is pretty important. I do wonder if survivors, if they've got a spawn like that and they know the charger's going to try to do that, if they couldn't bait it a little bit more. I feel like survivors constantly just run straight out. And of course, you don't want to get the elevator door closed on you. It comes in. Jockey lands the separation as they go around the cubicle. Spitter blocking 2. Charger getting some smacks. Oh my god. I said that Akatsuki needs to force Enhypen to start bleeding. And what a way to do it. Hani already going to be in the red here as he attempts to jump over some boxes that he cannot parkour around. And this is just dreadful beginning for Enhypen. And it just shows you the nature of Left 4 Dead 2. How, one amazing moment is so often followed by a dreadful follow-up.
Yeah, that was a little sloppy from Enhypen there. No, they left the guy in the back. They were not blocking spawns. Nice. Unfortunately, that spit went all the way down the bottom.
Yeah.
And that should allow Enhypen to take this quickly. They should just push this hard. The Hunter lands, it's only 1 damage. Just go. And this is all in favor for the Infected right now. And they get another spit.
And
Wow.
they're eating it.
Unnecessary damage. The Boomer proxy is irrelevant in my opinion, but man, when that spit is gone on, there's only a Hunter and a Smoker. You need to beeline it in my opinion. And go.
I agree 100%. Akatsuki's game plan working perfectly. I'm absolutely dismantling Enhypen through some parts where Enhypen should not really be getting dismantled. I mean, let's be real. Like, to an upper level team, that early area should be no problem. Look at him eat another double cap. Chucky does get cleared pretty quick, I guess, but that's still a charged spit with the smoke pulled through. Kind of a weird smoker. I think he's going for someone else there. We see Spider-Man say, "Okay, Aisha." Kind of an awkward finisher there, but it still stands. I mean, Akatsuki is basically getting their way with Enhypen, doing whatever they want to Enhypen at this point.
Yeah, that's almost 40% gone right now. And here comes another attack. There's quite a few commons getting close, but nice heat coming out from the Uzi. Jockey gets bully killed. Charger misses, but the commons get a couple of slaps onto Roe and Nick. So they will take a little bit of damage from that. Not much. And I think the second gate's about to start opening. They might actually be able to get this. No, never mind. I got a little overexcited.
You can see, right. I mean, you know, it does take some time to head up to the Jazz Club, but you can see Nick is absolutely refusing to pop pills. He's on 22 HP here. They've got 4 sets, but he is not going to pop them. He's going to hold on. He's going to let maybe they'll just go slower to be able to meet him where he's at. And we've also got Rochelle here on exactly 40 HP. It's pretty dangerous, but they do. Actually, Nick does pop the pills there, as Rochelle does too. And okay, like what?
I don't know about that, no.
Yeah. I mean, look at dude, a jockey on the piano spawn finding Ellis, and this round is as good as over. Sarge is gonna say, oh, they're climbing up the elevator? Oh my god, look at Nicholas out in no man's land. To its core, he's gonna lose this 1v1 with the Hunter, no problem. And we got 2 players down. Nick is as good as dead. This round is over, and Enhypen has sold. They have sold all their stocks on the stock exchange. They saw that their prices were dipping, and they panic sold everything, and they have nothing to show for it.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was just a couple of bad decisions, especially Rochelle being up there, or is it Ellis? Ellis being up there by himself. And all that happened because he's up there and got capped. It's going to be a wipe now, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, such a series of just questionable decisions. I mean, Enhypen has been showing glimmers of hope. They even way more than glimmers at some points. But Diescraper Redux is just not really a campaign that's ever going to forgive you. You cannot be making mistakes and make a smooth getaway. You are going to get punished and killed for it. And Akatsuki, they have got if I dare say so myself, they've got a pretty easy road here ahead of them. With a 74% tank, as long as they can manage the early game, which Enhypen did an absolutely horrific job of doing, they're good to go. And I highlight the poor quality of Enhypen's early game because it's even more reassuring to Akatsuki. There's like, we just have to not do everything that Enhypen just did, and we're good. This should feel like a breath of fresh air to them. And that's going to be a little bit more difficult than the other chapters. But we are going to go straight into it. Let's see. What's the move for Akatsuki? They open the door. They bait it out. They bait out the smoke. And they head back in. They're going to wait until the second cycle. The charge spawns in. He doesn't care. And now they've got a clear spawn noise on every capping SI. The question is, oh my god, look at the way they fan out there. Charger still lands. Everything else is going to be shut down. Charger only getting the wall collision as well. Double boom also, but only 2%. Well done by Akatsuki.
Yeah, 10 damage and a friendly fire tick going on to Spider-Man, unfortunately. He's a little bit of damage, but Akatsuki wants to make quick work of this cubicles. I have a hard time saying that word. Hunter is ready to go, but doesn't spawn early enough. Blasted out of the sky. And Enhypen aren't going to get any value with this. Trying to rush when everybody is not ready is not going to work out. And this is probably going to end up with this attack being shut down because with all the guns up here now, I don't think this Charger is going to be able to find a target unless Akatsuki misplays this. I mean, this should be a clean shutdown again. Oh, they're backing off. That's a good play.
Very high impact hit coming up ahead with the Charger Jockey Smoker Spitter. Of course, you would love a Hunter at a stairwell hit. Who wouldn't? But given the opportunities here, this does... I mean, actually, I say that. They're going to go from behind. Onto Row with the smoke charge. I love the idea. Even though the charge doesn't land, the jockey does. In the spin with all the specs, charge goes down from that. And Enhypen also meets their goal of forcing a player to start bleeding out. Sarge was also the player who got killed on Chapter 2. So I feel like Sarge has just got to wake up here.
Wow, they bullied Rochelle back there. My goodness. What a beautiful job by Enhypen. That is top tier SI play now for sure. Here comes the Hunter grabbing the Survivor in the back. The Boomer's on top of it. The Hunter gets blasted. The Spinner was not there. That would have been a great play again. They're picking on Sarge now. They get some more damage there. I would love to see the Spit in the back there. That would have been two very good special attacks back to back. And now it's a very good one with a little bit average with what spawns they had with the event coming up shortly.
But again, this is a moment for Akatsuki where it's like, okay, we can shake this off. Like, we do have a player bleeding. It's not ideal, but at least we're not going to do what Enhypen did with the tank. That's what's in the back of their head right now is, you know, at least we got 70% of the bonus still, and at least we're not going to do what Enhypen did. We're not going to completely sack a player. We're not going to do this and that. We're going to keep it together. That's the game plan for Akatsuki. Is just play normal. You don't have to excite. You don't have to amaze. You don't have to do anything other than just play normal Left 4 Dead 2, and you're going to be in the lead headed into Chapter 4.
All right. The gate is open. I think they're going to go the back way, which is a little bit more safer. There's no spawns above right here.
And also, you get to hit up the fancy tramp.
I can't be wrong with that. Nothing wrong.
Right?
Charger's not in position or ready to go here. It should be above them, in my opinion. And here it comes. Charger's got to walk it through. Not going to find anything. Spitter goes in for some... Oh, completely overshoots it. Jockey finds a target, and Akatsuki retreating to safety. Gotta clear these comments.
They just keep the Spitter alive. And he wasn't going spec, so they just keep shoving him away. He does eventually die off, and yeah, no surprise, boom. They just gonna be able to clear his comments, like you said. Surprise, boom. Smoker pull. No way. Akatsuki playing it. Dude, what is this rock? Oh my God, Sarge. Are we Sarge? What are we doing here? There's a Hunter. We had a guy up in the Jazz Club again too. He gets stumbled at the kiosk, bro. Double smack. Oh my God, Aisha's in the corner. There's a double boom. 3k HP left on the tank. Oh my God, are you kidding me? There's a charger as well. Sarge is gonna die for a second chapter in a row. Coach gets smacked in the face with an insane rock. Walks up to him, finishes him off. This is a wipe. How has Akatsuki allowed this to happen? And at this point, it just feels like they deserve the win. Enhypen just deserved this stuff. If Akatsuki's gonna give it to them like this, I mean, they certainly had to fight for it harder than Akatsuki did on their SI side. Gonna be locking it in 445 to 441 on the chapter. It is a chapter win for Akatsuki, but it's not gonna be a position change.
Wowzers. Wipe comes out, and Akatsuki is going to go into the finale down 108 points if I did my math correctly. Not 100% if that's correct or not, but wow.
Dude, why? My question is why? We had 3 players on the escalator. Why? We had all these comments behind them that they didn't clear and just back up and hang out around the kiosk. They just had to play Left 4 Dead 2 and they didn't. And my question is why?
Yeah, I'm puzzled too. I mean, talk about taking advantage of everything that's given to you, and Enhypen did that on that chapter with their special infected.
True.
That is playing top tier infected and taking advantage of everything given, and the result stands for itself. But now Enhypen can control the pace of this tournament match and all. If they can survive the first tank, that'll force Akatsuki to kill that one too, and that means if they make it to the next one, that at least forces Akatsuki to kill the second one. So this is very important on surviving this first tank for Enhypen, because making it to the second tank will put so much pressure on Akatsuki, like a lot.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, for those of y'all following along at home, y'all are breathing rare air here for the time being. So many times it does feel like the game is essentially decided by Chapter 4 on Diescraper Redux, because it is so hard to get those point comebacks. But here today we have got just a little bit over 100 points separating these two teams. which means literally anything can happen. Now, I will say, I don't know. What do you think? If it's better for Enhypen mentally to be starting off on the Survivor side or on the SI side? I mean, all it takes here is, an early death charge, an early smoke, instant kill, something like that to completely ruin this for Enhypen. But on the other hand, if they do power through on the Survivor side and set up a good score, it's going to feel really damning for Akatsuki.
Really, really damning for them. So and also there's one thing to know. This is true. We didn't talk about it yet, but they do have to take the transition to the top, which does have the death pull possibility, the death charge possibility. I don't think there's a death jockey. I don't remember if there is or not. I think there might be in a spot or two, but still getting ledge hangs, delaying, getting more damage. That's a big choke point to come up here. And Enhypen has like over half their team is gone right now. I don't know what they're doing. But we're going to have to wait for them to return before we get this game going.
Yeah, it makes sense that they need a second here. I mean, they are 5-0 right now. This is a team, RBT7, they tried their best to get in the playoffs. They were very close, but ultimately not making it. Right now, they're here at 5-0, making a massive splash in the BloodFest tournament with an over 3-digit, or at least a 3-digit player sign-up number. Over 100 people, 100 teams signing up for the BloodFest tournament, and they are sitting here on the precipice of a 6-0 run through Swiss, which would be more than making a splash. It would be making a cannonball through the Peru scene, as we do have them eventually ready up. Now, one thing I want to talk about, MK, what is Akatsuki going to do with this hit? They've got a smoker. They definitely want to set up that smoker. They will charge. Okay, they're going to send in the Hunter into a spit. They're going to kill off the boom, and then the spit. They're going to kill off the spit first to block, and then kill off the boom, and now they're going to be getting a quad.
And you know where this hit's going to be. The smoker's already in position. Of course.
Yeah.
He is not messing around. Spider-Man's ready to go.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I did say at first when this started that Enhypen has all the ability to make this out of reach, but actually it's this choke point that Akatsuki has all the ability to change the pace of where this is going by doing something right here. They have the quad too. Smoker's in position. The window is broken. Jockey and Charger up top. Hunter just looking for an opportunity to find something in between. And here comes the transition over, and this is going to be big for this match. Very big, Null. If anybody dies here, I think Akatsuki got this in the bag.
Definitely. This is so incredibly important here for Enhypen, as we do have a player way far behind, but the Charger is set up on top. So it does look like they're still going for the smoker. Now, I do want to bring highlight to the fact that Coach climbs up the side and is trying to pick off the smoker. Got to be a little bit careful here. Now Rochelle goes for it. She climbs up. The smoker does not land. Smoker pulls her up and almost over that time for a hang. No! Coach hangs himself. What the hell was that? Dude, oh man. They tried to set up the jockey charge alley-oop, but Enhypen's two remaining members managed to shut it down, and now a lot of that value is blowing off in the wind. Unfortunate for Akatsuki to get so close to putting all the pieces together and ultimately culminating in failure.
Rochelle was so close to being death charged off. She had to hang herself to prevent death.
Yes.
She had no choice. And looks like they're going to go another quad. Yep, that's another quad sack, I believe. So we're going to go quad now. And I think that's what we're going to see every other hit from Akatsuki from here. No, they're going to... Oh, there's a death charge! No way! No way they get death charge. Rochelle got way too cocky on splitting with the teammates. And what did we just witness, Null? A complete misplay. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. For Enhypen, I don't know how this is a huge learning moment for them. I mean, surely they knew that there was a death charge situation there as well. But I mean, it's literally the exact mirror of what happened just moments before. The jockey lands, walks him down, sets up for the death charge. They just witnessed that and diffused the situation. So then to walk into this area without giving it the same amount of care is a jaw dropper here. And what a pristine death charge it was for Akatsuki, able to latch on to that very incredibly important moment and to send it. And what success they have found. This makes their game monumentally easier and almost just a shoe-in as they almost they are gonna land the tri-cap, ending it before the tank even comes in. And let's be real, this is simply GG. Akatsuki have done it. Of course, we'll have to see, but even if they lose a player via death charge, I think that they can make it to that first tank. I don't know, MK, maybe you might have to do some a little bit more precise calculations, but my God, what a way to finish the round. The quad does pay off.
I believe they get 356 if they all make it to the first tank, all 4 survivors. So I don't think they even need to kill. They don't need to kill the first tank. They need to get to it. And just a complete fumble from Enhypen now. I mean,
yeah.
They were in the driver's seat. They just needed to make it to the tank. They survived the death charge, and Rochelle just got a little overzealous and did not win her 1v1 against the jockey.
Right.
And that's why we saw the death charge. Amazing. Well done, Akatsuki.
You know, I hesitate to... I mean, don't get me wrong. I did say GG Akatsuki wins this, but when you think back to, for example, Chapter 3, I mean, they matched Enhypen's failures toe-to-toe. So this isn't exactly out of the range of possibility yet. Beautiful little team starts off, and entering the spitter all the way home as they're able to run through, killing the boom too. Are they going to be able to dodge the death charge area altogether? All they're going to have to do is clear smoke, and they're good to go. I think if they press the issue, we do have ASQW getting up in a sec. They might just rush this. I don't know. That might be a mistake.
Oh yeah, they're rushing it. Okay. Smoker blew it. It was there. The smoker waited too long, but they do have spawns now. They can't take it completely. They're going to take this choke point with spawn. It is a quad. Here they come. The jockey The jockey lands. Oh, the charger. Oh, it was so close. They actually almost quadded them instead of... They almost got wiped instead of getting a death. And they'll return the favor about 5%, but Akatsuki lives on, and they're gonna make it to the top. And I highly doubt that one person's gonna go in and hit that button. No, I think they're all going in there together.
That would be a
they are.
My goodness gracious! Remember, they've got to press that button more than once, so they are setting up in the corner to try to avoid it. But keep in mind, they don't even... This is a Poo-2, bro. They don't even have a charge. They send in the jockey. That's that. They didn't even have a charge to make it happen. So this is a majorly anticlimactic moment for any Enhypen fans. I mean, they've got to be so proud. Even at 5-1, you know, it's such a proud moment for them still. But it definitely does lose its luster there that they weren't able to defeat Akatsuki to get the pristine 6-0. We are going to see the rest of this play out, but Akatsuki have just about done it. And as you can see, they're in an anti-quad spot right now, which is what they're going to use to shut down every single Enhypen quad. There's a 0% chance of Enhypen landing a quad in these conditions. It's just going to be for damage, and damage is not enough.
Nope. Smoker gets a couple of scratches in there, though, and they'll dip them under 90%, but that's not what they need. They're only 101 points away from getting the W, and I don't think the tank is going to be up before that threshold is passed now. I'm pretty sure they're going to get 352 before that tank is up. And look at it tick away, down to about 80 points now. They call the go-go, and it doesn't matter if they sack into a quad. They're going to go right back in the room. Hunter lands. Jockey comes around. Jockey finds a target. Ooh, they're getting a lot of damage here. This is good. Another 10%. They're going to sack into the quad again, but I think they're going to return to the room now. It's a good call,
that
too.
would make the most sense to me. Exactly, exactly. In fact, they are dropping down. Interesting.
Reloading.
They are going to go ahead and set up, but they actually have not won the game yet. They did. Oh my God!
Oh, they have to kill it.
Yet.
They have to kill it.
They gotta kill the tank.
They're so lucky.
Oh,
288. I was way off. I said 352.
oh
Jeez.
my god.
And Hypen is so lucky they get a chance.
Oh, desperation hour here. The COVID ball gonna be the first object of Hani's desire here.
It's rolling.
It is a rolling rock here.
Uh-oh.
That much is for sure. Oh my. Well, he is doing a good job of preventing COVID.
Yeah, he's not going to get to use it now.
There's no way that ball is reaching the survivors. Oh god. This is all UMK.
He's going to throw a rock from the other side, and the commit path is going to be interesting too. They're going to run away from them. I was going to say they're not going to. Oh, he gets baited. His pull is good. He gets a punch. There's another punch, but he has no smoker. He misses a punch there. This is not good. Oh, the hunter lands on his target. They needed the wipe. This is going to be a win for Akatsuki for sure. He's got to get out with 1,500 HP, and he's only going to have a boomer and something else. 1,000 health left. They should be able to get Aisha up here. Aggressiveness comes out. Oh, he gets a punch, but that allows the pickup. They know they can play sloppy. No rock. 279 health left on Hani. The boomer lands a nice boom, but I don't think it's going to be enough, guys. He needs to get a wipe here. He only has a couple of hundred health left. He's already down to 72. 21-4. He has 4 health, and he is running away, and going AI will be enough for them to win. And there it goes. The threshold is passed. Akatsuki gets the W, but they still have some more of the chapter to play out. Congratulations for them on mounting the comeback now, technically.
Wow. Oh, even in a quote-unquote anticlimactic way, like I said, they still found a way to make it incredibly exciting. We thought it was so far, and yet it was actually so close. For Enhypen, imagine if Hani could have brought that COVID ball in, gotten an in-cap or two with it with a lucky smack. I mean, things could have been different. That could have been a wipe. It was going to be difficult, though. Don't get me wrong. Getting a wipe on those 4 survivors with the first tank was going to be difficult, COVID ball or no. It will eventually be Akatsuki taking the win. Not in any resounding fashion, but a win is a win, and Akatsuki will be 6-0 after 6 rounds of play. Incredibly well done for them. But Enhypen, right? Let's give it up for Enhypen as well. Akatsuki is one of those teams at this point which is very established. Very high-profile team, especially in the South America region at this point. And Hypen show that they can go toe-to-toe with them, especially on the SI side.
52.5% bonus does remain for those that do want to keep track of how many points they are still able to put up. I believe there is still the possibility of 4K, but I don't think it's going to happen when the tank's still up. The charger goes in. It is a quad try. Hunter looks to be the only one finding a target before something dies. Jockey will find something. Charger looks like he wants to try again with his 68 HP. I would say yes if he had one more, but 68 just ain't going to give you any luck, no. You need 69 at least.
At least.
Yeah, right.
At least. I would say so. That does sound about right. We do have ASQW as the final tank of our match, seeing what he can do. Does he go ahead and bring that COVID ball into play? It's looking like he's ground in the corner, looking around for it here. There it is. He is going to try to bring it in.
Uh-oh. It's hard to get it out of there when it goes down there, no, I'm telling you.
Right. I mean, it's tough in general. It's heavy. It constantly just... There we go. There we go.
Uh-oh, he's got to be careful.
Yeah, he's also got to be quick. I think he's got to ditch it. Yep, that's a ditch. 2 for 2.
It's the size of a truck. How are you missing?
Looks longingly back at it through the wall before he goes to engage. Nice little smack onto Sarge. Start us off. Kind of has been the weak point of Akatsuki for me. He's going to go ahead and pop the pills as he now goes for Ellis. Keeps him in the corner. Gets 3 smacks onto him. Down he goes. 3k HP left on ASQW. He does queue up a Roca. Not going to be able to land that one. And Coach gives him it. No, baiting him out just close enough. Early smoke for, well, not really early, but does get a smoke onto Nick. And that is that. They survived the second tank even. And they are trying to get bonus into the safe room here as Aisha takes the 1v1 with the smoker in the meantime just for fun. Just to prove that he can. Just really sizzling it home to Latuya, who is the player who got death charged in the first place. You know, give him a break there. But it is going to be looking like over 1,000 here for Akatsuki. Well played.
Oh, look at this. Oh!
Give it to him, man.
That was a nice charger, though. I'm not going to lie. Really nice. Just the clears were top-notch, and Akatsuki getting the comeback victory now. 30... Actually, no, we got to wait a minute. We get a little bit more points here before we call this.
Yeah.
There's always a delay on this outro. All right, 35-01 to 27-50. And this, even though there was a pretty good delta right now, this game was a nail-biter back and forth. And what amazing infected play from Enhypen on quite a few of these chapters against Akatsuki and all. And if they just had a little bit more clean survivor play, they might have been able to defeat one of the top teams from South America.